This video is for you if you feel like something's shifting in your life, but you can't really explain what. When it comes to spiritual awakening, there are many things that can happen to someone. I'm not going to get into all of them here, but I will be sharing a few of them. And this is something to be aware of, something to understand. I think people can, in some ways, overlook these, and in other ways not, because it can be dramatic, although they can be subtle too. When people hear the word awakening, they imagine things like bliss or this constant peace or fireworks or all that sort of thing. But awakening usually begins much more subtly. It can start with being confusing, or even there can be discomfort with it. There's really a sense of the old way of relating to life for you just it's not quite working anymore. So today I want to share 5 grounded signs you may be moving into awakening, and this will definitely help open your mind and heart to this experience. The first sign is silence feels like something you're now interested in. And that may sound a little bit odd, but it's something I noticed in that there would be moments where I'd become still or present, completely in the moment, sometimes without even trying, and I just felt connected. I felt like there was like something permeating throughout and within just reality itself. Like just in the silence, I could sense something, but also it's not something you can hold on to, but it's almost as if something's there. And as you start to move more into spiritual awakening, you start to want to feel that essence more. You want to feel connected to that more. And the more that you come into the present moment, the more that you come into the now, the more that you come into stillness, the more you experience that, and you also just feel a sense of peace in stillness. There isn't so much of wanting to go on social media or wanting stimulation, although yes, there's still desires for that, but you start to look at it a little bit differently. You almost feel a sense of maybe I should let go of some of those things and come more into the present moment and into stillness. There's going to be something kind of pulling you to do so. The second sign is identity starts to feel less solid. You may begin to question things like, who am I without my job? Who am I without these roles that I play in my life? Without my personality, without the story of my life? You may start becoming interested in who you are beyond these things. And labels that once felt really important to you start to feel strangely thin. They start to feel like a little bit not as important. And it doesn't mean that, the spiritual awakening now you have to dismiss all labels, all identification, all these things, and not really pursue what you're meant to be doing in the world. That isn't it. But it's almost as if like a loosening of the grip on those things. And you start to become interested in moving into like a deeper place within. And that is the second sign of moving into awakening that I want to talk about today. The third sign is that presence shows up unannounced. This one surprises people. You're not really meditating, you're not trying to be mindful, and suddenly everything just feels clear. You might be walking or driving, or you might be in the shower, and you're not really making an effort to do so. You're not really doing any meditation techniques or anything like that, but you're just here. And all of a sudden, presence kind of just arrives. And it arrives when the mind briefly steps aside. And these moments usually come and go at first. That's normal, but you might start to experience that a little bit more. The fourth sign I want to talk about is you want direct personal experiences and not answers from other people. You start to become more interested in direct experience and less interested in theories, less interested in spiritual content that just explains things, and more interested in direct experience. You don't want concepts anymore. You want to feel what's real. Like you want to know truth. You want to experience what that is. And truth stops feeling like something to understand, and it starts feeling like something to notice. And this is the major shift that can happen. So you might start really like doing away with anything that isn't in your personal direct experience. And when you start coming to that, when you say, I want to have an experience myself directly, personally, so that I know, that's when you start coming to that, that's a big shift in truth and understanding in your spiritual evolution, and it's a sign of you're moving into awakening. You're starting to move into this deeper place. And the last sign I want to talk about is you just have a desire to change your life. You feel like you really want to make something of your life. You feel like, I need to do something with my life. You feel as if you're almost at a dead end and something needs to change. And you just feel pulled to show up in the world in a powerful way, in a way that is aligned with you, that is really reflecting who you are within. And when someone's moving into awakening, they start to experience things like, I need to be who I am. Like, I feel like I have a purpose. I feel like I have a calling. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something in the world. And this is really, you'll be at the brink at this point with awakening, because as these desires, as these feelings start to come about, the work itself is going to be starting to unfold around that time too. So embrace that work and move forward with that work. And that's the last sign that I wanted to talk about here, is really like this feeling of like, I have a purpose, I have a calling, I have this desire to go out in the world and to do something. And if you're feeling that, you're more than likely very close to your own awakening. If this resonated with you, just know that you're not alone. Many people are going through their own personal awakening. Many people have gone through this. Many people will go through this. You're not the only one. And just allow this to unfold naturally and go about it in a way that's right for you and then makes sense for you. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.